Read on behalf of Alexi Neocleous from moreleadsandcustomers.com. How fast-growing businesses make smart decisions. It's fun working with fast-growing companies. There's an energy and dynamic about them that I love. One of those dynamics is the leadership team can be highly creative. Lots of ideas abound. This is both good and bad. It's bad because each idea has to fight for its own attention. It's good because there's so much damn possibility. But we need to make decisions, right? We can't just keep thinking of ideas without implementing. So which creative idea should have resources allocated to it and which should not? Here's how. 1. Some decisions are obvious. Really, they are. I was talking to a client the other day about profiling his best customers. Without giving too much away, he found that 70% to 80% of his customers live a certain distance away, make a certain income, are in relationship. That's it. Just 3 qualities that the majority of them meet. How does this help? Well, it's obvious, dear reader. If a sales rep for a new magazine, or billboard company, or website calls him for advertising space, my client can make a rational decision. Does the publication help him reach potential clients that meet the 3 criteria above? If yes, then it warrants further discussion. If not, then it's a clear no. I have another client who owns 2 fantastic restaurants. She gets decent traffic numbers to her website. She also has thousands of people per month through her restaurants. When we first started chatting, we discussed the virtues of scaling up the website traffic component. And while it has merit, there was a much easier decision on the table. Excuse the pun. That decision was doing more with her existing customers. Just a few simple moves she's making are going to be worth hundreds of thousands to her business in the next year. And those moves are almost cost-free and risk-free. So, like I said, some decisions are obvious. This brings me to my second insight. 2. The humble marketing test. I live in the real world. I get why companies don't test more. I get that it can be a pain in the butt, that resources need to be set up in advance, in the form of designers, technical people, etc., for tests to take place, especially on the internet. And it can be hard to put those resources in place while you're busy running a business, right? But still, as I see it, that's really a convenient excuse, because I've found whether you test or not is more a consequence of culture than resources such as money or people. So my question is, what culture do you cultivate in your organization? Another question. Do you foster a culture of experimentation and exploration? Because if you answer yes to question number 2, I bet you that your business is doing well. Testing does not have to be a complicated process. It could be a few phone calls. Let me give you an example. I had a meeting Monday afternoon with 2 savvy operators. The purpose of the meeting was to discuss a live event that we may be holding. A truly exciting event that'll be a huge, huge success. Partly because of the celebrity we're trying to bring over. Partly because we may be holding the gig at the headquarters of one of the most admired companies in the tech world. However, we are faced with a few genuine challenges. So, during the meeting, we were brainstorming ideas about how to overcome the challenges, and I said this, and I'm paraphrasing to leave out a few confidential specifics. Guys, I have a thought. Contact at least 10 JV partners you know. Tell them that we're in discussions with admired tech company A about holding it in their auditorium at HQ. Also tell them we're looking to have famous celebrity B as a keynote speaker. Ask them would they mail about this gig if they kept most of the ticket price? Voila! A test. And it doesn't require lots of money, technical people, a huge team. Nothing. Nada. But these 10 or so phone calls my client is making could be worth millions. Millions, I tell you, and it's all because we are fostering a culture of testing. I tell you, there's great relief in not having to be right. To have an idea and then let the market tell you whether or not your idea is a good one. Marketing Blitz is only 3 days away. On that note, Marketing Blitz is only 3 days away. Over half the spots are gone, And if you're reading this message, it means you're probably not on the list, which is unfortunate, because 2 sessions out of 4 I'll be covering during the day will be 1. The 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule and applying it to your best products, your best traffic sources, and your best customers, like we did with my client earlier. During this session, we'll dig into the areas of your marketing that represent the most lucrative and highest ROI possible with the least amount of risk. I'm going to do a presentation on the subject for 45 minutes or so. Then I'm going to plant myself down on a seat and roundtable the concept with each business in the room. We'll do that for about another 60 to 90 minutes, more than enough time for each business owner in the room to get a breakthrough. Plus, because I'm going to be familiar with your business before you attend, I'm going to have an insider's perspective before the presentation, which means I'll be able to get to the bottom line really quick. 2. How to get people to buy without lowering your price. A question, if I may. Do you have a specific and strategic way to get lots and lots of people to buy without resorting to lowering your price? If so, congrats. But the answer is probably no. Which is why in this session, we're going to drill into ways to get your customers to buy without the subject of price ever arising. So your message is so compelling and so different that price doesn't even enter into the picture. Wouldn't that be nice? If you think so, then my friend, you need to join us at Marketing Blitz on the 19th April here in Sydney. I have a short video at the link with all the information you need. Go ahead and watch it now, then register your spot while seats are available. Warmly, Alexi.